Hello. Today I would like to talk about some issues that I slept on last night and woke up today feeling very burdened. And one of them is that I feel very strongly that we're not a race of a divisionary process. We're not divided by our ethnic groups. We are divided only in our own minds, not because it's real. It is an illusion. And I don't know exactly why I felt such a burden last night, but I think that we live in a time where regard for our fellow man, if we feel that they're in a group that we don't have regard for, is unworthy of us. And I think that that is incredibly dangerous. I think that's what has led to genocide over and over and over again. And is this situation we find ourselves in with this illness and people that are on borders and being detained because they want to seek asylum, are they in danger of this particular virus that's coming upon them? And today I read that a young man who, he's in his 40s, got COVID, did not receive medical care while in detention. The rest of the prisoners are refusing to eat, and two of them were threatening to hang themselves if they didn't remove people with COVID from the system. And well, rightfully so. They didn't get a death sentence. They got a punishment, yes, but not a death sentence. And so my question is today, really, when will the United States, the people of the United States, wake up and realize that we have no right to decide who lives and who dies? And right now, detaining them on the border is just that, deciding who lives and who dies. Because if their immune system is not able to respond appropriately to this virus, and due to our unwillingness to medically care for them if they do get sick, we are really in a situation that I, as an American citizen, find myself mortified by. So with that, I do want to ask a question. When will the people of the United States wake up and do something about this situation? Because people, these are our people, regardless of where their ethnic lines are, it does not matter. So again, thank you for joining me here today, and let's begin. Okay, for this reading today, we're going to use the Emmy Brady tarot deck. And if we have additional questions, I will use my After Tarot. Again, our question is, when will the people of the United States begin to really wake up and look at what's happening? We have a very serious humanitarian crisis happening at the border, in addition to a virus that is ravaging our communities. What is our tipping point? Where do the people of the United States come together for the well-being of their fellow man, regardless of their ethnic lines? And I believe Spirit is putting this here for us to see and to deal with. I know as a citizen of this country, I feel mortified. This truly doesn't represent how I see life. I think that we have no business standing in judgment ever. I think all of that does is place us in judgment. So I have some serious concerns for my fellow humans that, let's not do this. Let's just look at it, decide it's not right for us emotionally and spiritually, socially. It's not the right move. We tried it now. It's not exactly appropriate. We're going to stop now. That's what I would like to see if I had my choice. But I'm just a human that has my own ideas. So asking the cards. What is this? When are we going to wake up? When are we going to come out of this? I don't read reversals, so change that around. When are we going to do something about this situation we find ourselves in? Tell us, Spirit, what we need to know. How do we come to terms with waking up? People's lives hang in the balance and have been hanging in the balance. And I think for people like myself who, were here and we trusted that our government works a certain way, that we can depend upon it to do so now and in the future. And we find ourselves in a situation where we can no longer say that it's true. It's no longer our story. And I hope that the dream is recaptured. And I'm hopeful for the future. But right now, I think we have an emotional, social, spiritual responsibility to fellow man. And all else aside, I don't care what aisle you sit on in politics. If this is affecting you personally or not, this needs to be dealt with. We, the people, need to stand up and say, enough. This is over. We're done. We don't care for this anymore. We're not going to allow people to be harmed simply because of their skin color or their unfortunate life circumstances. Okay, and basically what we have is a Celtic cross where we start the heart of the problem or the heart of the issue, the mother of roots. It's as if the information for us is underground. It's something we choose to keep hidden. It's something we choose to keep we choose to keep it in such a way that we sweep it under the rug. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to deal with it. But I don't think that's our choice anymore. I think that it's in our face now, and there's enough of us that it's no longer an acceptable situation. It is not acceptable. People on the border being detained, being exposed to this virus is no longer acceptable, but we have some issues with being sweeping it underground, sweeping it away so we don't have to deal with the information. What is crossed by is enchantment. The people that come to the border, they're coming because they want to find their way. They want to buy their gallon of milk for their baby. They want to have a home to live in. And our country, as it has been in the past, has been a place where you could come for the milk and the honey. And obviously, that is not our story right now. You come here and you come here at your own peril. So it is being crossed by that particular card. What goes on above is the wisdom of the owl, the high priestess. Is this a good wisdom? For those of us caught in this right now? Well, I think wisdom is being hidden from us. I think we're not being supported to use our wisdom. And I think we need to start using our wisdom. And this card might be asking us to look at that, to begin actually using our own wisdom. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't sound right, we all know right from wrong. We all know the truth from a lie. It is our choice to believe in a herd mentality, a certain belief system. It does certainly make life easier if you just go along and don't argue and allow someone else to have their belief system. And I don't mind that. For the most part, that's just fine. but not if it impacts others and their lives, because I, a taxpayer, I'm paying for that. And I completely don't care for it. So this high priestess is here to expose us to that hidden wisdom that we need to start opening ourselves up to in a past position. It is as if we are caught like a spider in a web. And maybe we're the insect and she's getting ready to eat us. I don't know. But rapid transformation is about to take place. And I hope it's transformation in that we do look at the border issues and we do look at how we treat people of ethnic environments. And we stop and ask ourselves, is this how I would want my family member to be treated? Because they are your family member. They belong to our family group, the human species. How we feel, how it feels to those of us that maybe do see it, is we feel oppressed. We feel deeply burdened. We have this virus all around us, and we just feel tired. We feel tired. And what goes on above, so goes on below. We need to look at this. We need to pull it off. We need to say to the divine wisdom, what is it that you are trying to teach me? How do I hear you? We need to hear the divine. This is time to wake up. And I am grateful that Spirit is here to teach us these very difficult lessons. As we move forward, this underground information, I have a sense that this card is saying that we are starting to see that this isn't going to work for us, that maybe we are not so comfortable with what's going on beneath us, under us, because of some ideals that we may or may not agree to. And this is the daughter of roots, as if there is a very new energy coming forward, actually plying us to wake up. At the heart of it, the father of roots, that great drive to hold us down, to keep the information underground, to keep us from having the knowing we need. Well, I think all we need to do is take a sniff of air and simply open our eyes, and the information is abundantly clear. And I think, again, all you have to do is ask yourself, in your moral sense of right and wrong, am I okay with this? Am I okay with this? It is time to ask yourself that question. We have been tricked in a lot of ways. We've been led to this place of, well, follow me and I'll take you to this fabulous location. I know how to get us there. And for a lot of people, I can understand why they would feel that way. We do want to be led out from the darkness. Our problem is we are looking for someone external to lead us instead of seeking leadership from within ourselves. And that's where the true healing begins. It's all done from within yourselves. And if you were to decide today that you really feel that it is wrong to oppress and suppress people for reasons that are not really relevant to you, even if you're being told they are, that you can do something about it your very self today. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you have an opportunity to treat someone that you would otherwise not treat good today, trust yourself. Let go of whatever it is that's kept you in this place, and open your heart and reach out and just say hello. It is amazing when you start reaching out what you will get back. It is a beautiful thing. In our hopes and fears, well, I think our hopes are that we wake up. I think our fears are that we won't wake up. And again, the energy here, the daughter of feathers, okay? I lived on a farm. I no longer have my farm. I now live in just a house and with a regular backyard because I can no longer care for a farm. I have a major medical condition. So I no longer live on the farm, but I had chicks. And as the chicks would become able to survive on their own, their little downy feathers would change, right? So I take this card to mean that we're going to grow out of this. We're going to come out of this. Our little downy feathers are going to fall out, and our big feathers are going to come in, and we're going to learn how to keep ourselves warm again. We're going to learn how to be self-sustaining. To conclude, I got two cards, so I'm going to do them as a cross. To conclude, they have us at an advantage. They're sitting from up on high and have the ability to look down upon us. And they have the ability to manipulate the information too. So it is causing us a good deal of trouble. It gives them a vantage. For us, it's causing apathy. We don't believe our voice matters. But our voice does matter. And in fact, I believe that it is like a tide that is starting to rise. And maybe the water isn't very high yet, but it's rising. At the bottom of the pack, what we have is withdrawal. Is that withdrawal of the way we have done things in the past with immigration and the treatment of people ethnically? Is that withdrawal from that? I hope so. I certainly hope so. And with that, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you would like to join me for a reading, please join me at www.twiggie.com. Thank you very much for joining me here today.